YouTube, it's your boy Witchy here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. And today I give you a beginner's guide for the Italians. So if you don't know what the hell's going on, there is a DLC just out, pretty much should be right now really, where you can play either Malta or the Italians. And I'm going to be giving you a sort of top to bottom beginner's guide for the Italians in this video. And I do have a separate video for the Maltese as well if you want to go and check it out. So we're going to be breaking this beginner's guide down into 3 parts. First part is going to be looking at the unique features, units, and buildings of the civilization. Second is we're going to be looking at a deck and a build order summary and overview. And then finally, we're going to be applying that into a nice detailed casted replay for you. So strap yourselves in. It's going to be really good. And I hope you guys can join me for the entire video. Let's do it. Right, let's not waste any time. Let's have a look at the unique features, units, and buildings of the Italians. So if we scroll down here, we can have a look. The civ features starts with an explorer and an architect. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail very shortly. We receive a free settler with every technology and economic buildings can research them in any age. That is super, super crucial, especially right off the bat when we start age 1, and we'll go into that into more detail. This is kind of one of the backbones of Italy and something that you should definitely focus on when playing the civilization. We can send the Basilica units to spawn at any military shipment point. Basilica units come from the Basilica building, which is essentially like a church or a mosque. It provides a trickle of XP and also has some really good upgrades and stuff in it as well. Moving on, starting units, we have of course Explorer and the Architect, 5 settlers, 3 crates of food, 1 cord of wood, and 1 chest of, oh look, they've got chest of wood again, 1 chest of gold. Now, if we scroll down, have a look at the unique buildings, the Basilica, as we mentioned, 200 wood, 200 coin, and you can see some of the upgrades here. And these 2 upgrades, S and D here, hotkey, they are completely free, which means it gives you 2 free villagers. Really, really crucial. A very big building, 5,000 HP, and you can see you can get all these sort of PayPal guard units, which is very interesting. And you can get them in batches as well, which is nice. Moving on, we see the PayPal guards, the Schiavani, Lancers, and Zouaves, which are basically these units right here. Moving on, another crucial economic building here, the Lombard, 100 wood and 100 coin. And this one, basically, can train outlaws and mercenaries, so it's not just economical. I was wrong there. However, it has an investment mechanic where you can trickle resources. You can invest a resource and it will trickle the other 2 corresponding ones over time. So very, very interesting and crucial to the civilization. You definitely want to utilize these, and we'll go into that, of course, into more depth later on. The unique units, let's have a look. The architect here. Once again, this architect can build buildings for absolutely free. However, it does take considerably a lot of time, and at any time you can invest to complete that building very quickly. It says you can pay for the foundations to build them very fast. Partly built free, can be converted into paid foundation for part of the cost. The Pavizia, an absolutely amazing unit, looks awesome. Crossbow unit with a nice shield and can change its stance for different defense style plays depending on what it's up against. The Schiavani here, light infantry that only counters other light infantry. The Papal Guard is basically like a pike infantry. However, it can hook enemies to slow them down. The Papal Lancer, incredible unit. Look at this on here, nearly 1,000 HP, absorbs some of the damage inflicted by nearby allies, and it counters all infantry. So it's pretty much a Lancer-based unit. And the PayPal Zouaves, I think that is, have high HP, absorb some of the damage once again, performs well against all units, countered by artillery. And finally, look at this big boy, the PayPal Bombard. It absorbs some of the damage once again, and it's good against infantry. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm not going to go through all of the home city cards here because I did that in a separate video if you want to go check that out. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the sort of deck and deck overview of the build order that I'm going to be showing you. Right, here we go, guys. I'm not going to touch upon this too much. Let's have a quick look at it from left to right, the order of the cards and why we're doing it. On the left, we do have the Advanced Politicians, which greatly increases the speed from you getting from age 1 to age 2 and gives you extra bonuses for the politician that you go for. We're then going to switch it up with the Monte Pieta, which gets you a Lombard shipment and 700 coin to be invested into your Lombards. We then have the Uffizi, which is a nice card that gives you the Basilica wagon and enables your Lombards to give you an XP trickle as well. So another upgrade to your Lombards. And then after that, guys, honestly, you can sort of kind of adapt depending on what's going on. I would suggest those first 3 cards are super crucial if you want to go for a nice eco, slightly greedy opening. However, after that, you can go for a 7 Pavizia, which is a nice unit card, and then you can go into either wood or gold. You could go for the 700 gold after the Pavizia and then go for the Croatian company that we see there, which is 500 coin. That's a really strong unit shipment. There are many others. So without further ado, let's jump into the detailed casted opening. Right guys, you find me on the battlefield here. We have Moonshine versus Lionheart. This is going to be really helpful for you guys. You're going to be able to look at a nice detailed sort of opening for the Italians. You could say this might be the standard play. A lot of things in here, I guess, will become the standard. There are some really, really good cards. However, a lot of this is, of course, subject to change in the future. Stuff can be patched, stuff can be nerfed, buffed, all that sort of stuff. But let's jump into this and hopefully I'll be able to try and explain it as best I can, and the order of the cards and the kind of opening that we've got here. So the Architect, of course, can build buildings without any resources, but it does take time, and you can also boost them as well. And you kind of want him to start making the market, and that noise that you just heard there was boosting the rest of the market to be built. And building this market is so crucial because we want to get hunting dogs as soon as possible, because after every eco upgrade you get a villager. That's how this civilization works. So focusing upgrades is super crucial. So building a market is your first, and then building a house with your architects. And you can see here the kind of macro that we have. We do have a couple of vills on gold, and the reason that we do is because we want to get further upgrades, okay? And we're going to be rattling through those. The second upgrade coming in is the Greatcoat. That is the next one you're going to want to get, most definitely. And you can see the vills are now finishing off the crates here, and we still have some vills on gold here because we're going to be getting the steel traps, which costs 125 gold and 125 wood. So we definitely need a few vills on that. So that's already 2 market upgrades done. We got the Greatcoat and the hunting dogs, and you can see he's just got a treasure there for 20 coin. So he's just got 2 more coin to gather, and you can see he's just done it for the wood, and he's just about to do it right here for the gold. There you go. And the steel traps is on. So that's 3 upgrades so far that we've got for the market. And of course, we can get the steel traps because it's uncapped with the Italians. You can get upgrades in any age. And the first card straight in is the Advanced Politicians, which is this one right here. Arrives fast, your next age up is faster, and all politicians ship extra rewards. So that is kind of a key one that a lot of people are using at the moment, because it takes a while to age up with the Italians because of the fact that you don't have villager shipments in age 1, and also you start off with a relatively small number of villagers as well, so you are relying on your upgrades from the market to provide those villagers. You can see here now the 4th upgrade is the gang saw, and the final one is the blunderbuss, and I think that's it for age 1. 5 upgrades right there. Some people may do more, they may do less, but we're going to be sticking with that. 5 upgrades there in total that you're going to need. And you can see here, all the architect is doing is getting a second house down. It's always good and crucial, of course, to have the architect constantly building stuff. So we do see now another house going down and a livestock pen. Now, you don't have to worry about the livestock pen. You don't have to. That's just kind of Moonshine's kind of thing. I'm not going to say that it is crucial that you need a livestock pen. Personally, let's just kind of ignore that, and let's just focus on what we're doing here. We're building this house, and you can see here now we have a total of 18 villagers. And we've got another one coming in on the way. Total of 15, sorry, because we've got the now 16. 16 vills, because obviously we've got the architect taking up some population. And of course, we've got the explorer as well. So 16 vills. And that's a good age up. 16 vil age up there. And we're going to be going with the Medici. Now, the Medici gives you a Lombard and 2 villagers. However, because we went for the Advanced Politicians, it means that it upgrades your next age up, so you get 3 villagers and a Lombard. And Lombards are so crucial with the Italians. They really improve your macro and your economy because they can convert those resources that you invest in the Lombard a lot quicker. The more Lombards you have, the quicker it does it. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And you can see here now, a majority of vills moving over to wood. And I believe the next step is going to be getting the first Lombard down. We're going to be building the first Lombard, I believe. I may be wrong, actually. This is kind of awkward. I think I am wrong. Just ignore what I've said. Let's just leave it here. Yes, that's it. Placer mines. So placer mines is going to be the next upgrade that you're going to want to do in transition, which will, of course, get you another villager. And So nothing much going on here really, guys. We just do have like a balanced macro here of food and wood. And there you go. The 3 Vils came out and the Lombard wagon. So that's going to go over there. And immediately, Moonshine's starting to move some Vils over to gold. And his first card is the Monte de Piata. Now, this one here gives you another Lombard wagon and deposits 700 coin to be invested, which will be then converted into food and wood over time. And you can see here that he's got that from the age up. And he is actually building his barracks now. So he's using some of that wood that he chopped in transition. He's going to be building a barracks, which is 200 wood. And you can see some Vils here moving over to gold. Getting ready for some military production. And there it is. We do see our first musketeer on the way. And that Monte de Piata is coming out. Second Lombard going down. So really kind of focusing eco, but not going too greedy. We've got the barracks here. We've got some musk production. And you can see immediately, straight there, he deposited some food. So he overgathered on the food. As you probably noticed when we were aging up, he had half and half. He had half on food, half on wood. And he used some of that food, 300 of it, to be deposited into the Lombards. And you can see how quickly it's spitting out those resources. 1 coin a second, 2 wood a second, and 1.5 food a second. And the next card here is going to be the Uffizi. Now, the Uffizi is the Basilica, which is another unique building to the Italians, of course. You get the Basilica wagon, and also your Lombards will also trickle XP for you. So really, really nice card there. And it's essentially a church. The Basilica is a church, so that will give you a trickle of XP a second in itself as well. That Basilica is going down. Architect, what's he doing? Just building houses. And the minute you get your Basilica, I recommend getting a second one with your Architect. Start building that with your Architect. And of course, look at that wood. Look at the wood there. The trickle coming in means that you don't have to be chopping wood. Look how much is coming in right now. It's insane. We've got 2 wood a second coming in. And Moonshine's still just training musketeers. He's got 10 musketeers. And now going for a stables. Opening with the stables here. So it's a barracks stable opening. And having both basilicas is always nice. We do see a bit of pressure from Lionheart here with the Paviziers. And there we go. 15 musketeers now. Stables is now down. And he's going to be pushing forward right now with his musketeers. And he's now going to be starting to train hussars. And now the next stage, guys, is starting to go further with your upgrades. Now, the Basilica has 2 free upgrades in it. Okay? 2 completely free upgrades, which gives you 2 villagers. That's why it's so crucial to get the Basilica down when you can, because that will give you access to 2 more Vils. And also, the market, the next kind of phase as you go later in the game is to start getting extra upgrades in your market. And we are going to see the 7 Paviziers now coming out for Moonshine. So he's going to be prioritizing a bit more now on unit shipments. But there's many options that you could go here. You could go for the 700 wood, and that could help you get further upgrades in the market. We do now see, as I mentioned, the 2 upgrades here. And we have Mission Fervor, which is another upgrade that you can get in the Basilica. So always remember, those upgrades give you villagers. So it's so crucial. And you can see now, Moonshine's kind of composition is Hussar Musketeer. And he's going to have a few Paviziers on his shipment right here. We're going to probably go up to this replay, guys. We're going to finish it around 10 minutes. I'm not going to go throughout this entire game. I'm just showing you a kind of basic opening and what options you can do within H2. And that's where we're going to be leaving it, because I don't want to go too in-depth around this entire game. I just want to give you a rough idea. So we can see here, Lionheart gone for the Pavizier composition. Moonshine obviously going for more Musk Huss. We do see a unit shipment here, which is the Broken Lance shipment, which is quite powerful. That may be changed in the future. Who knows? And we can see pretty much the macro here is just food and gold, because the key is trying to just keep that wood trickle going and not needing to chop a lot of wood. You know, with the Italians, you kind of want to invest food or gold, ideally food, to help get that trickle of wood for you as you go into H2. Now we can see Moonshine trying to deal with this. He does have 2 cards available. Just want to see what they are, and they are going to be double wood right there. And that's going to help him get further upgrades for the market. And there we go, guys. I am going to be leaving it right here, okay? Not going to be going through the entire match here. Just give you a rough idea of the first sort of 10 minutes of a sort of standard opening. Things can change. I'm not denying that. It all depends on the map, the civ, how your opponent plays. But what I would really focus on is getting those 2 Lombards, getting the double Basilica, and of course, focusing on the upgrades in Age 1, and then the placer mines in transition, and trying to use the Lombards to give you that wood trickle. Try not to chop too much wood yourself. Use either wood shipments or investing into the Lombard to give you that trickle of wood. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so just a final reminder on the screen there is the sort of summary of the deck card order and the deck itself. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Of course, please let me know down in the comments below what you think. Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you think was crucial that I missed? And are you going to be giving this civ a go? Which one are you going to be giving a go when the DLC fully releases? As I say, it should be pretty much nearly released on the time of this release of this video. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Please drop a like if you did, and I'll catch you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys. Bye!